Hi, my name is Mitch. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer of ElevateBio and the President of ElevateBio BaseCamp. And today I want to present our novel approach to building a portfolio of innovative cell and gene therapy companies. We wanted to build the world's preeminent cell and gene therapy company, which is not a simple task. It's both capital intensive and talent intensive. So we set about creating a new approach to company creation. We typically see new gene therapy companies focused around products or enabling technologies, but whether they're founded on either, they're both relying on CDMOs for infrastructure. So we wanted to create a different version, and a different vision, and I'm going to tell you what that vision is. Here at Elevate, we have all three of these in one entity. As you can see, we're building this set of innovative companies and enabling technologies. And so what we've done is to create three things. First, that's infrastructure, ElevateBio BaseCamp, which is a dedicated cell and gene therapy company that supports research and development and manufacturing. Then we created a full suite of enabling technologies that can be used across a number of portfolio product companies to advance the next generation of cell and gene therapy products and companies. And last, we use those two together to create innovative product companies where we take scientists from academia or small private companies and elevate them or lift them up to the next level using BaseCamp and our platform technologies. To build this kind of entity requires an experienced team. And the first thing that David Halal, Vikas Sinha, and I set out to do is to build such a team. ElevateBio is led by David Halal, the former chairman and CEO of Alexion. He has tremendous background in building companies and raising money, and building Alexion from nearly $500 million to 40 billion market cap in roughly 10 years. Vikas Sinha, who worked together with David for many years as Chief Financial Officer, is Chief Financial Officer at ElevateBio. Vikas has extensive experience raising money and building companies. My experience is primarily in R&D. I've been at multiple cell and gene therapy companies for the past 35 years, including most recently CSO of Bluebird Bio, and at MPM Capital built 5 gene therapy companies over the last 5 years. We were recently joined by Kareem Rita as our Chief Business Officer of ElevateBio. Kareem has extensive experience in corporate development and partnering. He gained that experience at Celgene and also when he was VP of Business Development and Corporate Strategy at Avello. Rounding out the executive team is Mike Paglia. Mike currently is the Chief Operating Officer of BaseCamp, and he heads all of our manufacturing, process development, and operational activities for strategic partnering. Mike has had an extensive career in technical operations, having taken products from early stage research all the way through pre-commercial activities. He's developed a number of cell therapies, gene therapies, and monoclonal antibodies. As you can see, the combined team has extensive experience in both biologics and gene therapies, and this forms the nucleus of our management team. This is how we operationalize Elevate. You see these 3 spheres. BaseCamp, I've given you an idea. That's our R&D company. Our therapeutic companies, as you can see here, and then our technology platforms. So I'll tell you more in a minute, but at a high level, BaseCamp is a center for immunotherapy, drug development, regenerative medicine, and in vivo gene therapy. We have GMP manufacturing capability for all types of viral vectors and cells, we can use this to support our own therapeutic companies. We've launched 6 therapeutic companies to date. I'll tell you more in a minute about Aloe Vera, which is now a public company, and ElevateBio, which is in clinical development. These are companies that are based on non-engineered and engineered T-cell products. We have other engineered T-cell therapy companies as well, and we also have one AAV company within our portfolio. We've created 2 technology platforms, which I'll elaborate on in a minute, but we've created a company that facilitates the development of induced pluripotent stem cell lines for regenerative medicine. Here we're developing cell lines that are compliant with all of the regulatory and manufacturing capabilities required for product development. We've also created a company that will support genome engineering tools, being able to edit the genes of cells to develop both our own internal products as well as partnered. One of the key centerpieces of Elevate is the involvement of strategic partners. While we have developed our own portfolio of therapeutic companies, Elevate also engages strategic partners in long-term strategic collaborations. For example, we've entered into a multi-year agreement with Mass General Hospital to develop programs with their cell and gene therapy investigators who want a more easy access of those programs into the clinic. We can partner with those investigators, and using this common core structure of BaseCamp and the technology platforms, move programs forward in a more capital efficient manner. This is the implementation path for both our strategic partners and ElevateBio portfolio companies. You know, often developing a biotech product is, for instance, going from sea level to climbing a high alpine mountains. You know, there are multiple steps, and to do this all at once for a small biotech company or even an academic institution, they often run out of breath or oxygen, and Elevate can supply that by supplying centralized expertise and talent, PD, manufacturing, analytics, and also company building management. Many academics have great ideas or they form small companies, but they're unable to invest in top tier talent and the tools needed to think about how do they develop their products beyond the research lab. So we can bring these into Elevate and build these companies. We can help investigators raise money, but we can also utilize the resources of BaseCamp, and we have a complete clinical development capability that allows us to go all the way through clinical proof of concept to market launch. The net is less capital required and less execution risk. We also get more quickly to proof of concept with a higher probability of success. Getting there requires a team, and we've been able to develop a significant team in a very short time that Elevate has been in operations. We have leaders, as I talked about my experience in Mike's, but also Melissa Carpenter, who heads Regenerative Medicine, Yulia Diaconou, who heads our immunotherapy program, Sherilyn Palewa, heading our cellular engineering. And then we also have a very senior development and operations team with Don Meyer heading process development, Doug Chambers heading quality assurance, Josh Sorafine heading quality control, Mario Millet heading facilities and engineering, and Dave Backer heading our commercial. On the right, it shows you actual pictures of BaseCamp today. It has research and development as well as quality control and process development laboratories, office and support space. We have 40,000 square feet of GMP manufacturing and utility support space, and all of the necessary infrastructure. currently, we're able to go from concept, as I said, all the way through manufacturing and market launch. Our GMP capabilities are going to be ready in the beginning of 2021. We have 3 viral suites and 6 cell therapy suites. The viral and cell therapy suites are 2 independent GMP facilities with separate staff and single pass air handling. We can handle a significant amount of batches of viral vector as well as cell therapy patient doses. We can also handle allogeneic cell therapies as well. In a very short time, we've been able to accelerate our process development with cell line development, upstream and downstream process, and CAR-T process development in a very short 7 months since the launch of the company. As I said, a key part of Elevate is taking on strategic partners. Many companies' clinical timelines are impacted by the queues and the cost of reserving a CDMO. There's a lack of state-of-the-art systems. That is, most CDMOs are using paper systems, limited experience of PD in manufacturing, high turnover in staff, and also a lot of one's own know-how due to the lack of know-how in many CDMOs. And the financial incentives are not really aligned. And so what we've done is at BaseCamp, either for our own subsidiaries, portfolio companies, or strategic partners, we're very flexible in terms of the kinds of deals we can develop. We have fully owned subsidiaries. We've syndicated subsidiaries just like a typical venture firm. We form joint ventures, build to buy, or we have equity and royalty participation. And so we have a diversity of ways in which strategic partners or entrepreneurs can interact with us in building portfolio companies. Here's the structure of BaseCamp today, where we have ElevateBio, which is the parent entity, BaseCamp being our R&D operational entity. We're doing research development, process development, and manufacturing. We have independent therapeutic companies, which exist as fully independent C Corps, Aloe Vera and HiPass, which we've disclosed publicly, as well as other companies, and our technology platform. I just want to highlight for a minute our first development, which comes out of the Baylor College of Medicine, led by Ann Lean and Juan Vera. So Aloe Vera is built on a platform of multi-virus specific T cells for the treatment of viral mediated disease. And Elevate, while Aloe Vera was in existence, Elevate partnered with Aloe Vera and was able to supply critical management. We raised both a B round and completed an initial public offering. So we're able to add structure, raise financing. We also built key infrastructure that allowed initiation of multiple pivotal studies and proof of concept studies that are expected later this year and in 2021. And Elevate currently manufactures products for Aloe Vera. So Aloe Vera can be focused on product development and clinical development, while Elevate supports the manufacturing. Here's an example of one of the technology platforms that we've created in the area of regenerative medicine. There are many challenges in terms of the availability of iPSC lines that have the regulatory compliance and the compliance to be able to develop GMP-based products. So Elevate was, our solution was to create a independent regenerative medicine company that would be both a platform for generating multiple iPSC lines, really to provide clear freedom to operate in the intellectual property space and also have these cell lines suitable for commercialization. We recruited Melissa Carpenter, who's a leader in the regenerative medicine field and has over 25 years of experience of developing cell therapies using adult and pluripotent stem cells. And Melissa has created a company that is now actively engaged in developing iPSC lines as well as partnering. So just to wrap up, we've created this entity called ElevateBio. And in a very short period of time, we've created ElevateBio BaseCamp with 2 separate independent GMP facilities, one for viral production or viral therapy production and one for cell production, that will go into operation producing GMP material in 2021. We've created a number of diverse independent portfolio companies, and those portfolio companies have over 10 programs in oncology and infectious disease that are entering the clinic later this year and in 2021. We also have process development labs that we've created even in the environment of COVID, where we've actively developed viral manufacturing processes and cell manufacturing processes that are capable of large-scale production of both in 2 independent GMP facilities. And in the last 18 months, we've raised over $600 million. And this really puts us on a path to create new entities to propel our existing entities forward. And we look forward to talking to entrepreneurs and academic investigators who have potential products and technology platforms that we can enable to move forward into the clinic. Thank you for your time.